Namaskar. In session 33, we will be discussing about India's foreign trade, direction and composition. Here we will be discussing about the export, import, the composition of export, composition of the imports, and also we will discuss further the direction means where the export imports are coming and going, how it over the year India's foreign trade developed, the pattern of the trade, composition of goods and services in the export side, import side, how it has developed over the liberalization period. We will be discussing about nearly 20 years of data, how the Indian foreign trade pattern and direction has developed since then. Here, while discussing about India's foreign trade, we should understand that India's export, Indian civilization, if you see over the year, the international trade or internationalization of India's foreign trade is as old as the Indian civilization itself. India during the time of early civilization period, it was known as a center for manufacturing goods. However, when India became colonized, the colonization prior to that, India was known as a center of manufacturing of goods and value added product. After colonization by the Britishers, India was converted into a center for supply of raw materials. Indian foreign trade was destroyed by the Britishers knowingly. They know that India is more towards value added export and which will affect their own interest. Because of this reason, India was converted into a raw material supplier to the rest of the world rather than a manufacturing center. This has tilted our trade basket and it transformed India's economy into a consumption country of manufactured commodity and supply of raw materials and minerals to rest of the world. And the value addition type of export could not be there till India got the independence. After the independence, the government of India tried to develop the export sector, tried to do more activity in value addition side of export import, tried to develop the manufacturing base for the Indian export side, and this has been continuously taking place in case of Indian economy. But however, if you see the Indian basket of export basket till now also the large chunk of the export basket is agriculture and allied product, which include tea, coffee, rice, wheat, cotton, raw material, tobacco, spices, fruits, vegetables, processed foods, juice, marine product, sugars, molasses, meat product, all these things are agriculture allied sector. Similarly, in the Indian export basket also primarily have ores and minerals. The ores and minerals are primarily in the form of iron ores, mica and other ores of minerals. But manufacturing goods and services, though it is there, not significantly. However, recent year after the economic liberalization, Indian economy started to be a manufacturing base, and because of this reason some manufacturing side of items has developed in an Indian export basket. The manufacturing goods primarily in the form of leather manufactures, basic chemicals, pharmaceutical products, cosmetic product, rubbers, glasses, paint, enamels and allied product, iron and steel manufactures of metals, then machineries and instruments, electronics goods, textile, ready-made garment, jutes, core, silk product, gems, jewelry and handicraft product. These are the some items within the manufacturing goods and services are there in the Indian export. But these are the prime large segment of export side, and over the year these large segment develop in different composition pattern. How this composition of Indian export basket has changed over the year, this is our understanding of this class or this session. We to understand that how prior to just after the economic liberalization, particularly 87-88 onwards, the primary product constitutes significant part of our export. Within the manufacturing product also there, and within the manufacturing product some extent petroleum products are there, and total export basket developed in that way. If you see the composition side, 1987 to 92-93, the composition is like that. 26% of our export basket was primary product, and 67%, nearly 68% was in manufacturing goods, and petroleum product, particularly crude oil, refining of the crude oil. India generally imports huge amount of crude oil. A refining process, some byproduct comes, the byproduct become export for the Indian sector, Indian side, and this export of petroleum product was around 4%. This has been developed in a significant way recent year. In 1987 to 1992-93, the primary product shares in the export basket reduced from 26% to around 21%. However, the manufacturing good has increased from 67% to 76%. Similarly, the petroleum export side reduced from 4% to 2.57%. This indicates that after the economic liberalization in 91-92, some extent the development of export baskets has taken place. The value addition side of export baskets increased. The value addition in the form of manufacturing goods has increased, and this has given more export revenue to India. If you see the after that, within the manufacturing sector, if you see 97-98 to 2093, 1987-88 to 92-93, the manufacturing base, the manufacturing sector which generally have nearly 70% of our export basket weight. Generally, if you see that textile product, particularly textile and garment, ready-made garment sector constitute nearly 36%. After that, gems and jewelry side nearly 22%, and after that engineering goods constitute nearly 18%. And these two sector within the manufacturing sector, the engineering goods, textile, ready-made garment, and gems and jewelry, handicraft, these three segments constitute significant part of our export side. After the changing composition export, if you see, then prior to industrial decontrol, agriculture and allied product, they constitute the significant part of our export basket. And after the liberalization, the manufacturing sector now constitute more of the export basket. Primary product like agriculture and ores and minerals were contributing nearly 25% of the export earning, rest were come from the manufacturing sector. Within the primary product, agriculture and allied activity were contributing nearly 90% of our export earning. Among the manufacturing goods and services, leather goods, gems, jewelry, textile, ready-made garment, chemicals, engineering goods have been increasing over the year as a part of our value added export side. And if you see the direction of the changing pattern of the export after 93-94 till 2001-2, the manufacturing goods and has been increasing, and there has been declining in the primary product within the export basket. See, if you see that percentage side, that primary product reduced from 22% to 16%. It was in 93-94 22% to export basket, which weight has reduced to 16.35% in 2001 and 2. So, the earlier the primary product constitute nearly 16% of nearly 22% of our export basket revenue, had declined to 16% within 10 years. However, the manufacturing base, though it is almost remains stagnant around 75 to 77-80%, however, marginally increased over the last 10 years. However, the petroleum export that increased from nearly 2% to 5% in 10 years. As I mentioned earlier, petroleums are byproduct, the petroleum crude oil which we are importing, from the crude oil some byproducts are coming through the manufacturing process, and the byproduct has become our export revenue, and this has increased from the nearly 2% to 5% in last 10 years. The composition has changed significantly. If you see the composition The composition within the primary product, the composition is more towards what is called agriculture and allied activity. Ores minerals also increase the export revenue, because many in mineral sector, minerals and ore sector has been decontrolled, and they has become a export revenue for India, and export has been increased because of mineral export also. Last 10 years India has increased the export revenue, and it has contributed nearly 200 millions, 2000 millions of US dollar in 2002-3 as export revenue through the mineral export. The allied agriculture and allied activity also constitute nearly 6,700 million US dollar in 2002-3. Out of the primary export of 8,700 million US dollar, 6,700 million constituted by the agriculture and allied activity, and nearly 2,000 million constitute for ores and mineral sector. And there has been significant increase in case of ores and mineral recently after the 92, 93, 94 economic liberalization and decontrol of the mineral sector. If you see the manufacturing side particularly the manufacturing, which you have divided into 5 parts like handicraft, gems, jewelry, textile, engineering, chemicals and leather product. And if you see the manufacturing side, similarly in 93, 94 to till 2002-3, the same manufacturing base, that is called your gems, jewelry nearly 22% of export revenue, textile product, ready-made garment constitute nearly 35% of export revenue, and engineering goods nearly constitute nearly 17 to 20% export revenue. However, the chemical side, chemicals has become a significant part to our export revenue, nearly 15% of export revenue coming from the 15-17% export revenue is coming from the chemical side. Leather garment, leather manufacturing side has been declining over the year and as a source of export revenue. So, after the 91 economic liberalization, what we have achieved? After the 91 economic liberalization, the contribution of primary product in the export basket has been declining. The primary product export has reduced from 22% to in 93 to 16% in 2002. At the same time, the contribution of manufacturing product increased from 77% in 2002, and within the primary product share of ores and mineral has been increasing. Among manufacturing goods and goods, shares of leather goods, gems and jewelries, textile product, garment, chemicals, engineering goods have been increasing over the year, and this has given a new phenomenon to export basket, and our export basket is constitute more now value-added export rather than non-value-added export or the raw materials earlier. So, after the economic reform measure, the value-added export has increased in our export basket. This is a good sign for export earning. But however, if you see after 2002-3 till 2011-12, that primary product and increased significantly, the manufacturing sector also increasing, petroleum product also increased, and there is a export basket has increased significantly in the composition side also. Composition side, if you see, the primary product further decline last 10 years, that is 2002-3 to 2011-12. The primary product, that is agriculture and allied activity and ores and minerals, this earlier constitute nearly 16% export revenue, has declined to nearly 15%. Manufacturing sector, though it was around 70%, it has recently declined because of recession, and decline start 2005-6 and 2007-8 onward there has been economic recession, world export has a decline, and because of this reason manufacturing goods export also decline. Petroleum product export, primarily the petroleum product export has recently increased, and this is primarily the byproduct of petroleum crude oil sector. And this composition has further, if you see the composition side, the manufacturing sector composition of last 10 years, that when same gems handicraft, your handicraft sector has export has declined significantly, nearly 0.1%. Gem jewelry sector also there has been significant decline recent year because of the economic recession world over. However, they constitute nearly 20% of our export basket. Textile also, though it is around 20%, it has also declined because of the recession in world economy. Engineering goods and services recently, because Asia has become a source of engineering goods and services, and because of this reason Indian export in engineering goods services increased, and it is now nearly around 37%. Similarly, also leather garment and chemicals also constitute nearly 20% of our export revenue, and leather manufacturing side has reduced the export side, and this reduction is primarily due to world recession. If you see 2007-8 onward, there has been declining in the export sector, and this decline is primarily because of the recession phenomenon in world market. And the changing composition, if you see last 10 years there has been significant change in the export basket, and during the last 10 years generally we call it the phase of consolidation of Indian liberalization. The economic reform has contributed in declining of the primary product export, and value-added product export has increased significantly. The decline in export product, primary product up to the 15% in 2012. At the same time, contribution of manufacturing product has increased. However, after 2006 it has declined. And there is a significant increase in petroleum product export and it has constituted nearly 18% of our export revenue. Within the primary product, share of agriculture and ores and minerals has increased during the last decade. Among the manufacturing goods and shares, leather goods, gems, jewelry, textiles, garment, chemicals, engineering goods have been constituting significant part of our export earning. However, this export earning pattern export has changed. Pattern of export has changed. However, recently because of world economic recession, the 2007-8 onwards, the manufacturing sector has not contributed significantly to the export earning. The declining export revenue over the years, and this declining part is because primarily due to world recession. However, if you analyze after the economic liberalization, the significant indicators are the declining of the contribution of the raw materials, minerals, ores and agriculture product as a part of our export revenue. There has been significant increase in the export revenue through the manufacturing goods, value-added goods, services, and this has changed our pattern of export, and which is more toward value addition and more toward earning of export in the dollar term. If you changing composition of export, if you see last 20 years of export sector, export basket I have given to you. If you see the diagram, there is a significant declining in the primary product export. The primary product percentage to total export is declined from 21% to 15%. Similarly, manufacturing goods it has increased. However, after 2004-5 there is a recession in the world market, because of this decline. However, it has contributed significantly to our export sector. Petroleum product is increased after 2004-5. This petroleum product is a byproduct of our export crude oil side, and this has contributed significantly to our export earning. And there is a clear shift in export sector export basket from the primary product export to the manufacturing product export and value-added product export in our export basket. And if you see the declining of the primary product is an indication of changing of export basket and more value addition of export side, and this is a good sign for changing of for Indian context for adding of export revenue. On the other hand, if you see the primary product export, the composition, the allied agriculture allied product, their composition almost remain constant in our export basket. However, ores and mineral fluctuating within every year in the export basket. If you see the graph is there is significant declining of the ores mineral up to 2004-5. After that it has increased, after that further declining in 2011-12. Similarly, if you see the agriculture allied product, there is significant up to 1990 to 93 there is a decline. After that it has increased, and after that it declined up in 2004-5. After that it has increased further, and this indicate the within the primary product export the composition has not changed. However, primary product export in the total export side has declined. The steel or agriculture and allied product constitute a significant part of our export earning and in export basket. Minerals export though increased recently, but it is not significantly contributing to our export earning compared to the agriculture and allied activity. If you see the manufacturing sector, I have given you 1997 to 2012. If you see the manufacturing side, the data constitute nearly 25 years of data. Is 25 years there has been leather product export has declined significantly over the year. Chemicals export has increased from nearly 10% to 20% now. Engineering goods export has significantly increased. It was nearly in 87-88 it was only 14%, which is almost double, more than double in 25 years. Textile ready-made garment that also almost remains stagnant, however started declining after 2005-6. It is primarily because of 2007-8 onward it has been declining. This is primarily because of the world recession. Gem jewelry also constitute nearly 20% of our export revenue. It also increasing over the year. Handicraft sector has declining as a part of our export revenue. It has not contributed significantly. It was nearly 2% into 87-88, which has declined to almost nil, almost 0.1% in 2011-12, and this is because of lack of incentive for the handicraft sector, and this government of India should look into this activity why handicraft sector has not constituted a significant part of our export revenue. The manufacturing sector, if you see that it almost stagnant in or declining trend of handicraft export. Gem jewelry export though it was increasing because recently 2004-5 onwards declining. If you see the chemical sector, there has been increase in export revenue, export earning, but if you gem jewelry sector also same thing, and this engineering export there is a increase in engineering export activity, and engineering goods and services constitute significant part of our manufacturing export, and this has clearly indicated that our manufacturing base has increased over the last 10 years or 15 years in export earning side. So, what are the composition? The 90 after the economic liberalization, the share of primary products is declining after the economic liberalization in export side. Within the primary product export of ore in iron ores or minerals, other minerals has increased. Agriculture allied activity almost stagnant in our export earning. Share of manufacturing product has declined over the year, while the petroleum product has export has increased. The faster rising export sector in India is largely fueled by agriculture commodity. Agriculture and allied product, minerals, gems, jewelry, engineering goods and services has constitute significant part of our export revenue. These are the analysis last 25 years of data which has been shown to you, and this has indicated that there has been significant change in our export composition and earning and also within the export composition there has been significant change within the primary product, within the manufacturing sector, and this has given more value addition to our export side, and export sector though developed after the economic liberalization, however, till the raw material side, particularly the primary product constitute nearly 20% of our export sector, and this has to be and need to be looked into because we want more value addition side in export revenue, because value addition export only give good amount of revenue to Indian export side, and because of this reason it is essential that manufacturing sector and services sector export should be more in export basket rather than raw materials and minerals in the export basket. If you these are the pattern of the export, but what are the direction of the export? Direction primarily we mean direction of export primarily will mean that destination of export, countries where you are exporting, the zones where exporting, that who are the partner of our export. During the British rules, the major trade partners were British colonies. After the independence, hardly any change in the destination of export has witnessed, because same major shares of our revenue has come from European sector, European Union. Similarly, after economic reform there has been significant change in export composition, but whether there has been significant change in export destination, that is we have to look into. While discussing about the export destination, let us then divide the export destination into following parts. The part like what is called European Union export, North America including USA, Latin America, Eastern European sector, particularly the Russia side, the Asia and Oceania side, Asian country, and the New Zealand and Australia side. Similarly, should also take into account the country within the developing Asia, particularly developing country of Asia and developing countries of Africa. These are the different zones of export import we will discuss about, whether our export direction or partner have changed over the year. There will shift in the pattern shift in the direction of export sector. If you see 97 to 2093, the European Union, if you see the graph here 1987 to 1993, the European Union were our significant export partner. They nearly 25% export revenue are coming from the European Union sector. Similarly, North America and Asia, Oceania and Eastern Europe, they constitute significant part of our export earning. Within the Eastern Europe, it was Russia, Soviet, old Soviet Russia, where the country was the major trade partner for India. And in 97-98, all this, that is the European Union, the Latin America, European Union, the North America, that is your USA, Asia and also Eastern Europe, that is your Russia, Soviet Rus, were the major trade partner of India. If you see after the economic liberalization, that is 91-92, after that till European Union constitute the share of export has increased to European Union, and also same thing to North America including USA. However, Asia Oceania region, that our export has reduced. However, Eastern Europe also our export is reduced, because Russia no longer a trade partner no longer a significant trade partner for us at present. However, developing country in Asia has a more trade partner for India, their share has increased in our export basket, and developing country within Africa region also, their share also increased after the economic liberalization. So, if you see after the 94 to till 2003, after 94 to till 2003, that is, if you see the changing pattern, changing direction of our export, the developing country of Africa has increased, our share has increased. Similarly, developing country within Asia, our share has significantly increased. Our goods and services are more now being exported to what is called developing country of Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, some part of the Malaysia, Indonesia, our export, they are major part of our export sector. Eastern Europe, the share has reduced, because no longer the Russia was the major part of our Eastern Europe. There this its importance as a trade partner has declining over the year. However, North America, where USA, Canada, Mexico were the part of that, our trade has increased significantly. And European Union also, European Union particularly the 12 countries of Europe, the major country of 12 countries of Europe, they are now the major trade partner for India. So, the European Union, North America, developing country within Asia and developing country of Africa has become a more trade, direction of trade is more toward them, direction of export from India side is more toward them, and they are now the major partner of our trade side. And if you see up last 10 years, that is 2004 2011, 7 years of data indicate that same pattern is holding now. Same pattern is holding. European Union, our export is increasing, our more major trade partner for India. North America also major trade partner for India. However, Asia, developing Asia, our trade has increased significantly, because the North America and European Union, there is a significant declining in trade, not significant, marginal declining in trade because of the economic recession in that country. However, the developing Asia and developing Africa has become a more trade partner for India. But if you look at this percentage of export from India's side, the four major partners are European Union, North America, Eastern that is developing Asia and developing Africa side. However, we have not explored the developing Africa, because our Africa is an unknown zone for trade so far now, and we have to explore the trade link further to this country, and the potential of trade for export is quite high if you give more importance to the developing Asian country, developing African country. However, our trade with the developing country in Asia has increased significantly. It is almost 30% of our export revenue. So, this indicates that till 97 to 2011, Russia as a trade destination has declined significantly. Developing Asia has become the major trade destination for India. European Union has been sharing nearly 25% of our export revenue. North America, including USA, has been one of the major trade destinations for India. Share of developing Africa has been increasing after liberalization. However, we have not explored the African country so far as a destination for import. There is a further scope is there to increase our export revenue through developing African country. So, however, when you go from the export, if you come to the import side, which are the our basket of import, if you see, you will be astonished, because our basket of import is primarily more toward petroleum crude oil imports. Crude oil import constitute nearly 30% of our export, of our import basket. So, crude oil and their product, nearly 30% of our import basket constituted by crude oil. After the cereals preparation, edible oil, pulses, sugar, fertilizer, these are the other sources of our import basket. Papers, newsprint, crude rubber, reclaimed rubber, pulp, waste paper, these are also part of our import basket. Similarly, metals, ore, metal scrap, iron and steel, capital goods, machine tools, machineries, electrical machinery, electronics goods, computer hardware, transport equipment, these are also our basket of import. Say pearls, stones, gold, silver has become a major part of our basket of import for export orientation. Scientific instrument, photographic instrument, optical fibers, optical goods are also part of our import basket. Then in the coal, high grade coal, coke also for our steel industry. Their steel industries are importing significant part of a coke and coal from Australia side. These are major import of our country. Medicinal equipment, medicinal pharmaceutical product also part of our import basket. Similarly, chemical materials and product, non-metallic minerals, these are also part of our import. If you analyze all this part of import, significant part of our import is crude oil import, capital goods import, and then electronics goods and services import, gems, gems and stone, gold, silver, these are the primary side of our import basket. Let us discuss about how the development of import has taken place in recent years. After the economic liberalization, significant part of our import since 1987 till now, 1992 till now, it is the crude oil import. The crude oil import almost remains stagnant at 30%. Similarly, our cereals, their consumption good import, particularly the cereals, edible oil, pulses, all these are part of our import basket. This constitute nearly 5% of our import basket. But non-ferrous metals also constitute nearly 5% of our import basket. Paper, pulp and newsprint items, they also constitute nearly 2% of our import basket. Iron, steel, it was quite high earlier, now recently because of development of iron and steel industry in India after economic liberalization, this import has declined over the year, and this constitute nearly 2% of our import basket. Capital good import though it is also remains at a significant for import basket, because this is export oriented, because we need our export industry needs a capital goods import, and because of this reason this constitute nearly 20-25% of our import basket. Electric equipment, machinery, goods and service goods are there, and transport goods are there, transport equipments are there for our export sector, for development of our economy. This also constitute nearly 20% of our import basket. Gold and silver, it was almost nil prior to reform. After reform, gold liberalization has taken place and gold import has been allowed, and this gold and silver import, though it was primarily for export region, but recently it increased significantly, and this is one of the major reason for our what is called current account deficit. The gold region, not because of our export region, but domestic consumption has increased, and gold, one India has been importing significant part of the gold. Coal, coke, fertilizer also constitute significant part of our import basket. Nearly 6-7% of our import basket constituted by coal and coke, fertilizers are there. And over the year, if you see the 92 to last 10 years data, that is 92 to 2002, the major part of our import is crude oil. This nearly, if you see this line, nearly 30% of our import basket is crude oil side. And though it is declining in 92, 98, 99, however, recently it has increased significantly. Nearly 30% of our import basket constitute the what is called the petroleum import, crude oil import. After that, it is that is called capital goods, then non-ferrous scrap metal, edible soil, cereals and cereal composition, cereals preparation. These are the major part of our import basket. However, there has been significant declining in recent year the import of what is called agriculture product. However, there is significant increase in import of non-agriculture product, and particularly the raw material side in the form of coke and coals, because iron and steel industry in India had recently developed. They need more coal and coke, and these high grade coke and coal not available in India. They are being imported from Australia, New Zealand, some other country, and this constitutes significant part of our import basket. If you see 2003 to 2012, another 10 years of data, last 10 years of data, similarly the petroleum import, petroleum, that is crude oil and petroleum, remain almost 30% of our import basket. After that, it is our capital goods import, nearly 20% of basket of import. Electricals and machinery, electronics goods, machineries are there, nearly 20 to 25%. After that, it is gold and silver, which nearly 12% of our basket of import of our import basket. So, composition has recent last 10 years data has changed significantly, that petroleum import has increased significantly like 2003 to 2012 side during the period, and it is now more than 30% at present. And after that, it is a capital good import, but capital good import has declined in 2007-8 primarily because of economic recession. However, gold import has significantly increased after 2007-8, because 2007-8 capital market was declining and gold has become a domestic investment region. People have purchased gold. Import of gold has increased significantly after the 2007-8. It is constitute nearly 15% of our basket of import, and this is a negative region, and this is not required for Indian context, where sizable amount of foreign exchange is being used in for the import of gold. And after the, if you see other part of the import is primarily the edible soil, pulses, cereals. These are the part of pulses are normally not significant in Indian production side, and edible soil, cereals are the major another part of our import basket. And coal and coke also remain quite high after the economic liberalization, and many companies are importing the coal and coke fertilizer for the domestic consumption. So, what are the change in consumption pattern, consumption or composition of the import basket? If you see the crude oil and product constitute highest share in our import basket, particularly the share of crude oil is more than 30% of our import basket since 92-93 onwards. Electric and electronic equipment, computer hardware have been the second largest share, it is around 20% of our import basket. Capital goods is the third largest in the India's import basket, it constitutes nearly 20% of our import basket. Recent year consumption goods like edible oils, cereals preparation, pulses, sugar have become major part of our major shares of import basket. Iron and steel, high grade coal, coke, fertilizer have become major shares of import basket. And because of economic liberalization, share of silver, gold has been increasing as a source of investment, and has become a major share in our import basket. And there is significant change in the composition of our import basket also. If you see, the major part of our import basket is 5 things, that is called petroleum, crude oil import, capital goods, electric and electronic machinery goods, gold, silver, coke and fertilizer. Coal and fertilizer, these are the major shares of our import basket. All these are constituted more than 20% of our import, nearly 20%, more than 20% of our import basket. And over the year, if you see, the petroleum import has increased significantly. Similarly, also the capital goods import fluctuating over the year. The gold and silver, it was quite low up to 97-98, has increased significantly. It constitutes nearly 12 to 14% of our import basket. After that, coke and coal, because of liberalization and development of what is called iron and steel industry, the demand of coke and coal has increased significantly. And after that, it is what is called the blue line. The green line is the electric and electronic export, electronic goods and machinery goods are there, and this export also has, in this import also be there significantly in our import basket. All these 5 items constitute more than 20% of our, nearly 20% of our import basket, and all these 5 items constitute 90% of our import basket. Among them, that nearly 30 to 33% of import basket constitute what is called the petroleum import, which is inelastic in nature and quite essential for the survival of the country. And because of this reason, a significant part of our export earning is being spent in the import of petroleum and crude oil and petrols. And direction of import, which are the partners of our import. If you analyze the direction of import, mainly the European Union up to 92-93, European Union constitute nearly 30% of our import. After that, it was North America and US side. Then Asia, Oceania side also constitute nearly 10 to 11% of our import, and OPEC country constitute their share has been increasing, because all our petrols, crude oil imports are coming from OPEC country. Their share has been increasing over the year, and it was 88-89 it was 13%, 92-93 increased to 21%, nearly 22%. After that, developing Asia country with a major shares of our import. If you see last 94 to 2003, the European Union constitute their share in our import basket is declining, and it nearly it was 30% in 93-94, declined to some nearly 20% in 2011-2003. But however, OPEC countries share also declining, because India has changed their import basket of crude oil from other country. Because of this reason, some extent there has been change in the import basket. However, North America, Oceania, developing country within Asia, developing country within Africa, and Latin American country, their share in our import basket has been increasing over the years. In the last 10 years, that is 2004 2011, 7-8 years data is given to you. If you see, the OPEC country export has increased significantly. It was declining till 93, 2005-6. After that, it has increased from 2006-7 onwards. nearly 35% of our import basket constitute the OPEC country. This is primarily petrol and crude oil. After that it was developing country, after that it is North America, that is North America primarily the Asian North America primarily that US side, their capital good imports are there. European Union also constitute nearly 15 to 20% of our import basket. After that the developing Asia also constitute nearly 4 to 5% of our import basket. Eastern European side, their trade part is declining. However, developing Africa side, we have also nearly 5% of our import basket constitute the developing African country. And however, the significant part of import is coming from the OPEC side, and the petroleum import 30 to 35% of our import basket constitute the OPEC country. And so, this has indicated there that our import destination is tilted toward OPEC country, is tilted toward imports of crude oil, and our import other than crude oil is not so significant except capital goods import and imports of electronic machinery, and for export region some extent golds and silvers are there. Import is inelastic nature. The inelastic import is primarily crude oil import, which is affecting our import basket. And these are the some of the import item discussion about the import and export sector. And import export, if you analyze the import export sector, our there has been significant change after the economic liberalization. Both import basket has changed, export basket has changed, destination of import, destination export has changed. However, where India has not immune itself from the import of the crude oil side, and the OPEC country has constitute nearly 30-35% of our import basket. They have the bargaining power and influencing our import sector. Our export sector, though there has been significant change in the composition of export, the value-added export has not increased significantly as compared to other country. Similarly, the destination export has changed very recently. European Union, the Latin Asian developing country Asia, and the North America, that is USA, has become significant part of our trade partner, particularly the export side. And with this, let me conclude this here with the references here. The references are, you can go through the reference of international economic theory and policy, that is Paul Krugman, Marie Schwarzschild. You can go through the handbook and see the international economic aspect, particularly the theory of import export side, and go through that. And to analyze the export import basket for Indian context, you can look into the handbook of statistics on Indian economy published by RBI or various it is online also. Data are available there. You can go through the data and try to understand the changing composition of our export import, changing direction of our export import. You can go through the export import policy of documents of Government of India. This also indicates the policy changes in export import over the years. It is available in the Government of India website, that is either in Exim Bank, that is export import website of Director General of Foreign Trade, their website is available. You can go through the various policy, Exim policy over the years, and how the export import policy has given a new trend to our export import, how it has changed our export import basket, how it has changed our direction and direction of export import over the year. What are the what are the benefits, what are the advantages, what are the policy changes the Government of India has undertaken for the liberalization of export import side. For the question answer, you can go through the model question. I have outlined two questions for you. One question is called in the area of what is called outline the major component of India's trade basket. Here you could discuss the trade basket, outline the major component of India's trade basket. Here to trade basket means your export import basket. You see what are the major component of India's export, what are the major component of India's export, and also bring out the changing pattern of Indian export over the year, how the export basket have changed, how the consumption, how the commodity of export has changed over the year. Similarly, to also outline the what are the commodity in an import side, how it has changed over the year, you will outline there. Which are the second question will be which are the major destination of India's export and imports? Are there any shift in the export destination after the economic liberalization? Here you have to discuss about the destination country or the partner of our export import. You have to analyze the export side, which are the major partner for India, in the import side, which are the major partner for India. Then over the year since 92-93 economic liberalization, whether there is a change in our export import partner, whether there is a shift in the direction of export import, that also have to analyze that. You download the data from the India from RBI site and see how the export import basket has changed, how the direction of export import change over the year. On that basis, you can answer the question of destination of export import and the component of changing component of export import over the year. Thank you.